Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. That's Diane's Decorating and More. Guys, I'm sharing with you on today how I put together my carrot cake cream cheese bars. These bars are delicious, absolutely. I tell you, they melt in your mouth. And this right here, guys, is a recipe that you will use throughout the year. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on putting this right here together. So let's get started on this video. Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our carrot cheesecake bars. Okay, I have already shredded my carrots and I used 2 large carrots for this. Okay, just basically wash them, take out the outer coat, and then shred them as you can see I did here. All right, and it's a simple process, so it's not anything difficult to do. I skipped that part of it simply because for time's sake. That's it. All right, so first up we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our flour in here, and I will be sure to list all of the ingredients in the comment section of the video, guys. So this is going to be a delicious and moist set of bars to share with your family, friends, or whomever you would like to share this recipe with. So I am excited about sharing it with you guys here on the channel. And we're going to go ahead and put in our 2 cups of flour. Okay. All right. Let's save a little bit of it back. Basically what I have in here is 2 1/3. So I'm just saving a little of it back because I have a big pan to put this in. Okay, yeah, just a little bit of it there. I'm just putting to the side. All right guys, so now that we have all of our flour in here, we're going to go ahead and put all of our dry ingredients together first. All right, so I have my baking powder here, and it requires 1 teaspoon, okay, of baking powder for this recipe. Alrighty, I'm gonna add that in real quick like. Alrighty, as you can see, I am putting this recipe together with my hand mixer here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing instead of using my big mixer. All right, so next up we're going to go ahead and add in our cinnamon and nutmeg. Now if you don't want to, you don't have to put nutmeg in there. If you don't like that flavor, you can just use cinnamon, but I chose to put that in there because I like that little pop of flavor in my bread mix for a carrot cake. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add in just a 1/2 teaspoon, okay, of the nutmeg. All right, so add that in there. All righty, and then we're going to go ahead and put our cinnamon in there, and that is 1 1/2 teaspoons. Make sure I got this thing measured out right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's 1, and then we're gonna do a 1/2. Get it to measure right here. Okay, there we go. And it is going to tint your flour, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's supposed to. All right. So now, go ahead and put in, we got our baking powder, we got our nutmeg, we got our cinnamon. All right. So that, and we need some salt. Okay, make sure you get my salt here. All right, and we are putting in 1/4 teaspoon, that's the smallest one there, of our salt. Okay, boom, there we go. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So this, we're going to toss this in there just to make sure, get it evenly distributed throughout our flour. Alright, scrape it all the way down to the bottom in there. Alright, that looks good to me. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start adding in our liquids as well. We are doing 1 full cup of sugar, guys. Okay, add that in there. Alright, let's place this over here. Mix that around in there also. Alright, that looks good. Like that. Okay, and that smells good. It really does. That cinnamon and that nutmeg is really popping. That's what I really want to stand out. I really want that to stand out. Okay. So next up, we're going to go ahead and add in our oil. Okay, and that's a 2/3 cup of oil. Get all that out of there. Okay, and then we're going to add in our extracts. And that is your vanilla, okay? And we'll add in one, I should say, teaspoon of that. All right, let's add that right on in there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put in now. Stir that, get that all mixed up in there. All right, that looks good to me. It smells wonderful. All right, so now we're gonna scrape this off of here. Get this ready to go, guys. I can't wait to get my mouth on this. All right. Get all that flavor off there. All right. So next up, we're going to go ahead and add in our milk. And we're using 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. And we're going to add our 2 eggs in, and that's it. And then we're going to be through with this part of it. This is part 1 for the base, which is the cake itself. And then we're going to lastly fold in our carrots. All right. Okay. 2 eggs here. All right. Okay. And that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this in a little bit. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our milk in. All right. Okay. The consistency of that looks very, very good. And I like what I see. And I'm gonna take this off right quick. And just basically scrape that off. So that way we can put those to the side. All right. So that is done. Alrighty. And that's what it looks like. That's what it should look like. Okay? Alright. Now, the little tip that I will share with you guys, when you're making a cake like this with the mixer, is that the rule of thumb is that you do not over mix it. Okay, 2 to 3 minutes top, and that's it. Alrighty, so just put that out there for you so you'll know. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and fold in our carrots. Okay, let's fold it right on in there. Like I said, it was just 2 carrots. I'll show you a close-up shot of that. I'm just gonna by hand just fold it in there. That's all we're doing, just folding it in, folding it in. All right, folding it in. That's what we're doing, folding it in. Reaching all the way down to the bottom and just folding it in. Just fold until you get those carrots mixed in there really, really good. Now we're going to switch over and we're going to start our mix with our cream cheese. Okay, that's for the top part of the cake bars. Alrighty. Okay, so now we're ready to pour in the batter into our prepared pan here. I've already cleaned it and sprayed it, so we're gonna go ahead and do that part and get that done. Alrighty. Just let it roll like that. Alright. Okay. Put that there. Okay. Let's just see that. And we're just basically gonna smooth it out just like that all the way down. Just smooth it out. Okay. All the corners. Just like that. Alrighty. And that's what that looks like when it's finished. Okay. Alright, so now we are ready to mix our cream cheese mix here. Got our bowl ready. Now this part of it requires 2 blocks of cream cheese. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in there. Try to have it at room temperature, guys, because I tell you, to have it at room temperature works wonders. And it's stiff, it's hard to work with. So make sure you have this at, at room temperature when you are making this recipe, okay? It'll help you out tremendously, trust me. All right, so while we're putting this in here, so we're gonna go ahead and add this in. In there, Okay. See if I can get any more out of there. Get all of it out. This stuff is kind of expensive sometimes, so you know. Spare none. Get it all in there. Alright, so that looks good to me. Happy with that part. I'll use my big spoon and get it off of there. Alright. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add in our extracts. Okay, I'm using some lemon and vanilla in here. 1 teaspoon of lemon. Alright, so we're going to have 1 teaspoon of lemon in there. Extract, and then we're going to add some vanilla. I know I put vanilla in the cake part, but I'm going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla also. And I'll make sure I list that down in the content of the video for you guys too, alright? Okay, so now that we have that there, we're going to go ahead and put in our 2 eggs as well. Okay. Make sure you have those at room temperature, guys. Room temperature. Okay. Cannot express that enough when you're dealing with eggs, alright? Okay, so now we have our 2 eggs, our extracts, and we have our cream cheese in here as well. Now we're going to go ahead, the last thing in there, and that is our sugar. Okay, add that in here. Okay, and that's 1 cup. 1 cup. All right. Okay. Now that we have all our ingredients in here, we're going to go ahead and mix it up. All right. So now that we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead, set this to the side. Bring our cake back over. Alright. And we're going to now scoop our cream cheese mix. Okay, let me show you that. Alrighty. There you go. That's what it should look like. Okay? It's going to be thick. So we're going to scoop it out. Just like that. Alright, we're going to add dollops right on top. Just like that. Okay. It still have some left too. Alright, so no waste, no worries, because I will find a way to use it. Okay, so now it looks like this. Let me show you close up. Okay, here you go. So now we're going to take our skewer here and we're just going to just go up and down and across, because you're just basically trying to mix it into there, the batter, like that. No problem, guys. That's all you're doing. Back and forth. And then come down and up, down and up, down and up. All right. So that's it right there. That is our carrot cheesecake bars. I'm going to pop this into the oven for 40 minutes at 325 degrees. We'll be right back, and I'll show you guys exactly what this looks like when it is finished. So stay tuned. Okay guys, we're back, and our carrot cake cream cheese bars are finished, and I'm bringing you back to share with you exactly what they look like. Alrighty, that's a close-up shot right there. Alright, so I have cut them into little squares here. Alright, and I remember I said I had some left over, right? That's what I made from the cream cheese. A little mini cream cheese pie. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take out some of this and show you exactly what that looks like. Close up there. I tell you, I just can't wait to get my mouth on this. Okay. And I had some whipped cream topping here. Gonna add that. You could add some strawberries, or you could add cherries to make it a cherry pie filling if you want on top of here. But I wanted some whipped cream topping instead. All right, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's too cute. Okay, so now we're gonna cut some of this squares here. This is one of the slices. You can see the steam still coming from it. It's not hot, it's just, I don't know, it's cold here. So any little warmth gives off that little steam there. But that looks absolutely delicious, guys. Yes, it does. I like what I see. I like the way it turned out. This is good. This is delicious. And that one was from the edge. So I'm gonna take one from the middle. I'll let you see that as well. This is from the center. Okay, and that's how that one turned out. Okay, now this one right here is the one I was talking about earlier, and I want to try it, see how it turned out. Look at that. That is really good. Absolutely delicious. And the whipped topping on top changed the dynamics of the whole thing. Okay, guys, that's all I got. So, thank you for joining me here on the channel today, and that's Diane's Decorating and More, where we go about making meals and creating things and put it on the channel for you guys so that you can know how firsthand and from scratch firsthand how we make it here in the home. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, guys. It would truly be appreciated if you did, okay? Alrighty, thanks you. Y'all go out and have a great one. And we'll see you guys in the next video.